Hi. Hello, everybody. Oh, I haven't done my whoop 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 whoop. How are you all this Wednesday night at 9 p.m? I hope you're all fantastic and joining in to hopefully give some amazing messages. Well, I'll definitely be giving messages. That goes without saying. I already have people here waiting to give a message or to give somebody something that they maybe need. We're just giving it a few minutes for everybody to load up. Please do not look at this big spot in my head, and please do not look at the state of my nails.
Where is all watching from?
Yeah, where is everybody watching from? Say good evening to Ewan as well, because he is here. He's just in the background. He's going to come and say hello.
I'm taking notes in the background. Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
I've not changed much.
We are still here. Wednesday night, 2 Wednesdays in a row. We're doing pretty good. Energy's pretty high tonight, although I am already feeling somebody, so I'm a little bit distracted because I'm feeling this lady. And I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes for everybody to load on, because this lady's quite impatient. She's very recently passed, a girl I actually went to school with, and I've been feeling her for a couple of days. So I'm not sure if anybody's already logged on that knew Joanne McIntosh from Morecambe and Heysham. If anybody does know her, or if anybody knows somebody that knows her, please get in contact or get in touch so that they can join in and watch. I've written down lots of information for her, and hopefully somebody can take her. Her name is Joanne McIntosh. She's about ages with me, 37. Hey hun, I'm with you on the spot and nails business. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not my spot. It is. I'm lucky I'm not tuning into my son's, actually, because he's got really bad acne because he's going through puberty just now. So I'm glad I'm not tuning. Yeah, pineapples. I'm glad I'm not tuning into him. So yeah, I'm lucky that I'm only getting 1 or 2 spots. They're not me. So yes, if anybody knew Joanne McIntosh or somebody from our school, from Heysham High, class of 96, anybody around that can take this message, because she is here hoping to pass on some information and hoping to just get some messages to people. Before I came on, I was craving a drink, and I definitely get the feeling that she likes having a drink and she likes relaxing. So yes, I am having a glass of wine, guys, but it's not really for me. That's my excuse anyway, but it is very true. But as you all know, alcohol makes your own spirit a lot weaker, and spirit or higher powers strength a lot stronger. So thank you, we're up to 131 already. That's really exciting. Isn't he still 4? Carla Farquhar, no, he's 12 and 5 foot, about 5'11" and 12.5 size feet. Men's 12.5, not children's. He's like a giant. Most people think he's about 16, not 12. Yes. So yeah, he's definitely not 4 anymore, as I'm sure your daughter. Sorry, her name's gone out of my head, but that's because I'm not really Deena right now. I am Joanne. So this is a girl I went to school with. Yes, I was born and bred in Lancaster. I went to Heysham High for many years. Not a happy time of my life, but obviously that is in my past. That's not who I am now. So anyway, Joanne, yeah, she's the same age as me, 36, 37. She went to Heysham High. She's from Morecambe, Heysham area. So I went to school with her, but I didn't really know her as an adult because I moved away from Morecambe when I was like 15. So I didn't know her. Yeah, she keeps going on about my hair. She hates ginger hair, or she doesn't like my ginger hair. She keeps going on about Iomi, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, she keeps going on about my ginger hair because she wasn't a ginger fan, or she took the piss out of me at school for having ginger hair. But that doesn't matter, because I am happy to read for anybody, you know, and I don't hold any grudges. My past has gone. Yeah, I've read for people that are from my house. I've read for people that have beat me up. It doesn't really matter to me, because everything happens for a reason, whether it's a good reason, a bad reason, or an indifferent reason. So anybody can take Joanne McIntosh from Morecambe. Please get in touch with me. If there's nobody online right now, I'm going to ask her to try and step back. I was waiting on the whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. She's giving me really sore breasts, so I don't know whether she's just due on a period or something like that, but, or she was, but, you know, yeah, okay. Yeah, sore boobs. I don't know why she's got sore boobs, but they're definitely sore. Up to 146 people still watching or just tuning in. Yay! She's not leaving me, this lady, this young woman. She's really not leaving me. So I'm going to say the things that I've written down connected to her, because maybe once I've said the things, then she'll let me move on, because sometimes it's not until people go back and watch it that they get the message, and then they message me afterwards. If you live in the past, you can't better yourself. Yeah, definitely. And when I did what I did 3 years ago, it was basically like I wiped the slate clean, and I was able to have a second chance, or a rebirth, or reborn, or whatever you want to call it. Hi, Deena, been a while, but back. Ah, fantastic.
Thank you all for everybody.
Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, because without you lot, I would just be a lunatic that in need of medication. But I'm not. Okay, so Joanne, I've got to say these things connected. Club Tropicana being important. Everybody Hurts song, REM. I was just about crying washing the dishes before I came on. She's really, really particular about her dishes in her kitchen. Being clean and tidy, and I feel like she's a bit of a germaphobe, like she doesn't like dirt or she doesn't like things. Black Swan and ballet being important, so either she did ballet or she enjoyed dancing. I know she definitely enjoyed singing, and Amy Winehouse being important. And I kind of feel very much similarities, you know, lost soul looking for something, or looking for that love outside themselves rather than inside herself. The right hip being really sore, so I don't know if she'd had an injury to her right hip or something like that, but definitely pain in the right hip. Singing Ginger Hair, I already mentioned that. She didn't really like me, and I wrote didn't like me. So yeah, at school she wasn't always pleasant to me, but I understand now why she was the way she was. And we probably would have got on really, really well had we, you know, reconnected and became friends again. Hung Up on My Memories, which is a song by REM, and it was playing, and I kind of felt like, you know, it's saying, you know, all my friends, don't get hung up on memories, or don't get caught up in things. Beautiful song. Also French, or talking French being important, because my son came down and we all started talking French like it was second nature, but it's not really. And the spot on the front left of the head, and a bobble round the wrist, because I've had to have the bobble. I moved the bobble to the other hand and went into the dishes, and then I kind of moved it back. So there's something, either a bobble, a bracelet, or a watch, something that's worn around the wrist being important, connected to Joanne. Obviously the time of the reading is always important, and around 9 p.m. Well, she was with me before 9 p.m, but I know that 9 p.m. is important, or around that time. So if anybody talks to somebody connected to Joanne McIntosh from Morecambe or Heysham, please tell them to get in touch with me, and hopefully I can pass on the message. Thank you. So she's pleased with me, she's giving me a smile, and she's standing to the side, hopefully to allow me to see somebody else, or to give somebody else a bit of a message. I haven't even got my cards ready. That's how much she's been consuming me. This is like maybe the 3rd or 4th time I've been feeling her. So yeah, please keep sharing, keep loving, keep liking. The more people that join in, the more energy that you bring, the more alive I become. Well, kind of. Depending on how you view what I do. But yeah, it gives me energy, and it makes me have more strength for you guys. We've had a fantastic week, absolutely fantastic week so far. So Flo McPhee. Flo McPhee, this card falls for you, my darling. It is Layla. I like this card. This card is about you getting back in touch with nature, getting back outdoors, maybe walking in the forest, maybe down on the beach. You've been reviewing your life, going back over where you've made choices in your life. At the moment, you're kind of focusing on the negative choices rather than the positive choices. For every positive, like I was saying, for every negative situation I've had, there's always been a positive come out with it. So spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions, and ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. Also, Flo McPhee, can I ask, have you been having a problem in your left eye? Because just as I was reading that and connecting to you, I started getting a sore left eye. If it's not you, it could be somebody that's passed over, and I do get a very strong female energy, a mother or a grandmother energy, letting me know that she's around and she's watching over you. It could be that you've been going through a hard time recently and you've just needed a boost from above, or just needed to know that you're not on your own, you're not alone. Know this lady steps forward to give you that confirmation or clarification.
Big toe, it's just throbbing like fuck.
Sore big left toe.
Throbbing like fuck.
So do you also have a sore big left toe? That is also my sign for doctors. Because remember, I went to the doctors and he had a sore left toe.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Flo McPhee, that makes sense to you and you can take that little message. I haven't seen a response yet. I don't think Ewan has either, otherwise
No, I've been checking as well, guys.
I'm going to have a fag. This Joanne is a smoker and I'm going to have a fag.
Apologies, guys. A fag and a glass of rosé. Brian's watching for the side of the river. I hope you catch a big fish,
I
Brian.
hope you catch 3 fish.
3 fish. And they'll all be like posted up in Pat Fraser's the biggest fish in there.
So, Flo McPhee, can you take that card? Can you take what I said? I just saw Audrey McDonald's is watching. And hello from the other side springs into my head. I was singing it before I came on. Hello from the... I'm not even going to go there right now. But Joanne can sing.
She's a good singer.
She's a beautiful singer. So hopefully somebody can tell Joanne McIntosh's family or friends or somebody, please get in touch with me because I kind of have to get this message.
Trees are nickel, therefore, no.
Flo McPhee has put red hearts and blue hearts, but she hasn't responded. But as long as she understands it, that's the most important thing. Now, if any of you need a copy of your cards or any of the notes that I've written, please message me tomorrow. I am getting a little bit drowned in my inbox. I'm doing my best to get through as much as possible, and I do have a lady that helps us whenever she can. So please be aware, if I haven't got back to you just now, I will be in touch as soon as possible. I was supposed to be in Aberdeen the whole weekend, from Friday till Sunday this weekend, but I had so many cancellations that I'm just coming through for the day on Saturday now. I think because I'm booking so far in advance, by the time we actually get to the month that you're getting seen, like things have changed, situations have changed and stuff like that. So I might have to think about another way of doing it. And as well, obviously, it takes me some time to get through all my admin. And by the time I get through it all, a lot of people maybe have seen other people or they've changed their mind and stuff like that. So please, if you are messaging me, please bear in mind I am a pretty much one-man band and I do it all myself. So, well, yeah, you help as well, but you don't do bookings and stuff like that.
No, I don't do that, no.
So that's what I'm talking about, bookings.
Yeah, sorry.
So, yeah, I try my hardest to do it as quick and as smoothly as possible, but it doesn't always go as planned. And obviously, if there's been cancellations and I haven't rebooked you, you have to annoy me and message me because I literally have a brain like a dementia patient. And that's no disrespect to dementia patients, but they definitely feel what I do. Siobhan Motiver.
Yeah, she's...
Deena, Flo wrote back, says, yes, it started on Monday, I think she said. Ah, okay, I didn't get that. Karina Westworth, we're looking at the end of October. So, who was that for? Sorry, I just have to go back and find that question or who that was for. Siobhan
Mortimer. And
Siobhan Mortimer.
No. Flo.
Yeah, but Siobhan, the card fell. So the card, Maya, is for Siobhan Mortimer. Wow, it's a good job I've only had one glass of wine. I won't be able to say that. So Maya falls for you, Siobhan Mortimer. So yes, obviously school is really important, especially around here right now because everybody's just going back to school. They're all starting the new years. But Maya says schooling, study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will help you and guide you with this process. So it could be that you want to do some training, you want to do some learning. Maybe you're thinking about quitting your job and going back to college full time to learn a completely new direction to what you're already in. Please know that all learning and education will go well at this time. So just go for it and don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the other things. It will all just flow to you easily. Thank you for taking that card, Siobhan. Thank you. I feel Joanne. I keep feeling her like she's such a strong energy. She's not completely gone away from me. She's just kind of sitting on the surface. So I have to talk about somebody else in spirit, and I get a gentleman called Stephen. He tells me he's 44 when he's died, and either yesterday was an anniversary or yesterday was a birthday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deena. I'm thinking about going back to do hairdressing.
Oh, fantastic. Go for it. Just do it.
You've been there and done that?
I did. I have done hairdressing, yeah. And it's funny because a lot of mediums are actually hairdressers before they become... Yeah. Hairdressers definitely become mediums. I'm just getting Siobhan's now. So yours must be faster than mine. I need an upgrade.
I told you.
That's not good for you smoking. I know Angela Jameson, but I can't help it because if spirit's a smoker, they smoke. So even if I want to stop smoking, Deena can stop smoking, but smoking for everybody else. So you're smoking a fag and people are like, you're smoking. It's like, yeah, I stopped smoking, but they didn't. If that makes sense. Yeah, she keeps going quiet on me. Although she can be really boisterous, she can be really, really quiet and really reserved. And I kind of feel like it's either she's cut herself off from people or she has kind of moved away from people or gone away from people.
I feel she's in shock as well. That she's came through
Joanne,
so quickly.
totally. But it's like she has to because she's got kids.
Mm-hmm.
She has to know that everything will be alright. She has to know that...
The kids will.
And there's obviously still questions not answered. And it's the way she smokes it. Like she's really pronounced and she kind of closes her eyes when she smokes.
Very legal.
Yeah, it's the way she holds it and the way she smokes it. But I know the message will get to somebody and I know somebody will message me. And I'll be able to pass the message on. So I am... just going to shuffle the cards and see if one falls for somebody. This guy, Stephen, is also standing by, hopefully, to give a message. I get August being important and definitely around this time, so he may be past about 9:15. Sending healing right now, Flo. And Flo, another card falls for you, my darling. Oceana falls. And you were asking about your dad. So this card says, listen to your stomach because your stomach is trying to tell you something and maybe you're trying to ignore it. It could be telling you that you feel he's iller than he thinks and you need to take him to the doctors or something like that. But your tummy is telling you something about your father right now and you need to take action. You are in touch with the truth in this situation. You need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. So whatever your gut is telling you right now is correct. Don't ignore it. It's a lot harder to ignore it. And I get a really sore left knee with you, Flo McPhee. So either you have a sore left knee or your dad does. But definitely send in healing. We do like candles before we come on live. And we do like candles for people for healing and stuff like that. Thank you. Oh. Amy Patience. Amy Patience. Amy Patience, are you there to take this card, my darling? Your gut is always 100% right, that is correct. 199 people still watching. 203 just jumped up. Ooh. Keep loving, keep liking, keep sharing, keep sending those likes, those loves, those hearts. Yeah. I absolutely love seeing all the hearts popping. It amazes me. You're welcome, Flo. So this is for Amy Patience. Amy Patience, if you are there, this card is for you, and it is Sonia, which is our deceased loved one card. Now, I get a man and a woman step forward, and the man gives me a feeling like a father energy, maybe even an uncle kind of energy, stepping forward to let you know that he's safe and well at this time, bringing you love and support always. The time of the reading is always important. 9:20 could be important for the last time you saw this person or time that they passed. And I get a lot of pain in the left side of my head, which is normally my sign for either a stroke or an aneurysm, or maybe even cancer in the brain or something, but a problem in the left side of the head or left side of the brain. Hopefully that makes sense. Have you just had your hair done? Are you getting your hair done? Amy Patience, because I feel like that is really important. You feel really quite unsure of yourself at the moment, Amy, and I kind of feel like you definitely need to do my 5 a day and meditation program. I'll call it a program, but yeah, that's kind of what it's like. 200 people. Woo! I'm so excited. Sorry. Amy Patience, this is all for. So hopefully this makes sense for you. Okay, so also the lady energy, I kind of feel like she's a grandmother energy, and she is stepping forward. She's quite a giddy kind of lady. She gives me lots of smiles and lots of laughter. I get a problem in my left ear, so either this is for Amy Patience. Yeah, Amy Patience. So problem in the left ear, either somebody's had an ear infection or even a deafness in the left ear. Thinking about getting my hair done. Okay, so do get your hair done. So Amy, this gentleman steps forward with this lady, and she feels like a grandmother or grandmother, sorry. Ooh, I'll be getting in trouble for that. Wanting you to know that they are around you and they send so much love to you. Now, I'm being shown either shelvings or cupboards that you're clearing out, or you've been trying to clear out, and I see a lot of books. So do you have books that you need to get rid of? Have you been looking for a certain book? Know that they're around you and that they send you so much love. Is August important to you for a birthday or an anniversary? It could be around one of their birthdays or one of their anniversaries. Beautiful card. Thank you so much for taking that. Hopefully you can understand what I've said. Shannon Diane Lang. Sorry.
It's okay, baby.
What's that?
Nothing, just a name.
All right. I had her name before we came online.
No way.
Yeah. So thank you. I'll talk about that later. So yeah, this is for Shannon Diane Lang. Thank you. Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is about work and work situations. Amy Patience's birthday. I'm not sure if you've messaged before that. I've not caught them, Amy, but I will go back and have a look. I don't think you had seen them either, no. Otherwise he would have given me a wee shout. Apart from when we was high-fiving. So Archangel Gabriel for Shannon Diane Lang, and saying you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. So I kind of feel like either you feel like you need time off work at the moment, or you've not been working at the moment. I kind of feel quite a low energy, quite a sad energy around you at the moment. Thank you, Amy Patience. Thank you so much, love and light. You're welcome, darling. If you need a copy of your card, because I haven't written down any of the other notes, let me know tomorrow. Yes, so Shannon Diane Lang. Also, I have to tell you that there's a few people. I want to say a father figure stepping forward to let you know that he's around you, and he gives me a dog or an animal. Yeah, I would say it's a dog with him to let you know that everybody's safe and sound and everything's okay. I hope that makes sense to you. And I get a pain in the left hip with you. All you people giving me bloody sore bits, keep them. I don't want them. No, I'm only joking. I don't mind. I only feel them for a couple of seconds. I'm on maternity leave. Okay, that's fine. Does the rest make sense to you, my darling? And again, time. 9:24. Could be time that somebody passed, and I kind of feel like the dog passed in the evening, or the dog went to the vets in the evening, being important. My dad is still here. Is his dad passed, Shannon? Yeah. Thory. Annie Lothian, just relax. Imagine you're not trying for a baby. That way it'll happen easier and quicker. The more you relax, the more it'll happen. There's 2, they go back. You all know how I work. 2, they go back. If there's only 1, then I'll read it. If there's not, they go back. Thank you. Sarah Flint. Sarah Flint. Sarah Flint, this card falls for you, my darling, and it is Daniel, which is the marriage or commitment card. So are you married? Are you committed with somebody at the moment? Are you going through problems? Are you getting engaged? Are you moving to the next level? This card is all about marriage and commitment. Thor was Shannon's dog's name. Ah, okay. He's beautiful. So yeah, Daniel says marriage or commitment is really, really important. So whether you're going through problems in your marriage at the moment or your commitment, or you're looking for a marriage or a commitment, please know that the angels are helping as much as possible. And I know Heaven gained another one very recently, and she wants to send much love to you. Know that she's looking out for you. She has met up with Dad and everything is hunky-dory. Thank you. Know that she's watching over you continuously, sending as much love and blessings as possible, Sarah Flint. I've got Tell Laura I Love Her song. Laura, tell Laura. She makes me feel quite ill. Hold on. My dog went to the vet at the evening, but my granddad's still here. My grandma and uncle. Uncle. That'll be why I said father, because watching over them. Are you there, Sarah Flint? I haven't received a response yet, just to see if you're still here. If you don't want to respond on here, that's totally fine. Just private message me tomorrow and I'll give you a copy of what I've written down and the card. That happens quite a lot, like people don't want to come on live. They don't want everybody to hear the message, or they don't want everybody. Meredith Davis Adams, I'm coming to you next. So yeah, some people just don't want it to be all over Facebook Live. So people generally message me afterwards. We're up to 212. Woo! Whoop, whoop. That was quite quiet. Whoop, whoop. So Meredith Adams, are you here to take your card, my darling? I have to hear from Meredith Davis Adams. Is that the one? Yes. I have to hear from my friend. Meredith Adams, this card fell for you, my darling, and it's Chantal, which talks about new love or new romance right now being important, and says can't even speak. New romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. I kind of feel like you're pushing it away a little bit at the moment. You know, either love is trying to come to you or somebody's trying to give you love and you're kind of pushing it away, or you're kind of backing away from it. Please, please, please let that guard down, let that wall down, and allow the love to just flow through you, through them and back to you. If you are in a relationship, maybe you and him need some quality time together, some weekend away or some private time. Please know that now is a very, very flirty, exciting time for you. Have you had a problem in your right ear, please, Meredith Adams? Have you been having a buzzing in your right ear, or have you been having problems in your right ear? Thank you. I get a last breath being important, so you didn't get to say goodbye, or you feel like you didn't get a chance to say. Uncle is from my dad's side, Deena. That's perfect, Shannon Diane Lang. Thank you. Hopefully, Meredith Adams is going to respond. Sometimes it does boot them. I think the energy is quite high, so it boots them off. Yes, you understand that. Thank you. I kind of feel like there's unanswered questions, or things don't fully make sense with that passing. I get a lot of arguing, a lot of friction. And really quite itchy skin. Have you had itchy skin? She definitely is there, Shannon Diane Lang. Don't worry. And I get clenched teeth, which is my sign for either lost communication before passing, or had not spoken before passing. I'm just waiting for Meredith Adams to respond. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Okay, that's fine. So you can understand everything that I'm saying. Thank you. See, I get two people. I get a man and a woman. And it's like they're coming together and they're talking over each other and stuff like that. So, were they alone when they passed, or was there somebody else that passed just around the same time? I feel one male, one female. One male, one female. You itch your skin same time as me in the same place. Oh yeah, Shell, I can talk to people on Messenger and literally tell them what they are doing at that precise moment. I was talking to somebody the other night and it was like, oh, your legs feel nice. Did you shave them yesterday? And she was like, yes. Hello, anybody that's still joining in, please. Yeah, 220 people. It's exciting. Really, really exciting.
If you folk for Fife watching, let us know where you're watching.
Oh yeah, guys. Definitely. We love to see where people are from. Female with her boyfriend. That's fine, thank you. Because I know there's two of them. So lots of confusion, lots of unanswered questions, and I kind of feel like it is recent. It doesn't feel like a long time ago, and it feels like I kind of feel like things have not been settled or things have not been finished. And the clenched teeth. So did you not speak to them before passing? Had you not spoke to her? Could she not communicate? Or had you lost touch kind of thing? You know where I'm from. From Wales. Nice. Yes, Shannon, you will. Meredith Davis Adams, my papa. Okay. So did the boyfriend pass? Because it is a youngish guy, I would say. And I get a fall or a bang to the head being important. Was 13 years ago. Is it around this time, or is August important for somebody's birthday or anniversary? Bang to head. Or, yeah, bang to head before passing. And do you get a lot of heartburn and indigestion? No, I'm not from Nairn. I live in Nairn, but I'm not from Nairn. I'm from Lancaster originally, but I've lived all over. I have lived in Dublin, and I've lived in Aberdeen, and now I live in Nairn. I'm just waiting for a response from Meredith Adams. I keep having to check names because honestly it is worse than having dementia, having what I have. I forget everything in a second. Good, Teresa Nicole, you should. Mum's birthday the 31st, but September is the hard month. Ah, okay, that's fine. Please know that I'm always here. If I can help in any way, I will. So, Meredith Adams, the first card was Chantel for you. And I'm just going to take another one or two, because I just kind of feel like you need the guidance. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. So, the second card for you, my darling, is Crystal. Yes, heartburn. Thanks. Doesn't go well with wine. Crystal says, have faith and hope because there is something more positive on the horizon that you just cannot see yet. So right now you might be losing all faith in things or thinking, you know, there's no decent men, no decent work. Losing faith. Don't lose your faith because things can change in an instant. Everything can be awful and then within 2 seconds later it can be phenomenal. You know, one phone call or one meeting can totally change your life. Please, please keep the faith. The third card for you, my darling, is Rochelle. And this card says, as you honour and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So that card's saying that your head and your heart are arguing and you really, really need to start listening to your heart, not your head. You will get what you need. It might not be in monetary ways, but you will definitely get it in love ways. Absolutely beautiful cards. Thank you so much. Anybody that does want a private one-to-one, just private message me. I do ask a £5 deposit when you're booking for a reading at my home or on Skype. But if you're in Aberdeen, the prices are slightly different. I work slightly different. So just any information needed, just private message me. Please be aware it can take some time before you get a response from me because my inbox is just crazy. Hello, Stuart McDonald as well. He's watching. Woohoo, hello. Eh? Ian's been quiet. So yeah, anybody? Yes, Shannon, you will. I'm going to Nairn in September, the weekend. Love it up there, Deena. Oh, I do too. Meredith David Adams, oh my God, thank you so much. You are so welcome, my darling. I hope it all makes sense. If you need a copy of anything, message me tomorrow. Not tonight, because by the time I come off live, it does... That was for Meredith Adams. When I come off live, it does take me a little while to wind down and calm down.
Yes.
So yeah, message me tomorrow. All right. Anybody here for Joanne McIntosh yet? Because she is around. She's still hanging around. And I kind of feel like she's not letting anybody else through because she wants to get her message out so strongly. Hello, hello, anybody that's just joining in. Ooh. 200 viewers. Oh yeah, that I know, 203. Keep sharing, keep loving, keep liking. The more people that join in, the longer hopefully I can stay on. Ooh, we'll have a late night. Mind you, I don't know how late I can do. I thought it was powered by Duracell, but tonight I'm powered by Joanne. Thank you. And yeah, I'm what's called a trans medium. So I have to tell people because not all mediums are the same. You know, we might all receive it in the same way or we might all have the same tools, but we all decipher it in a different way and we all give it in a different way. I'm what's called a trans medium and I take on energies. Oh, that's only my second glass. That's only my second glass. So I've maybe had about 1 1/4 glasses of wine. Not a lot. And that's since about 7:30.
Yeah.
That's not long.
No.
So yeah, I'm not slurring or anything like that, am I?
No, you're not slurring at all.
No, that's good. Give me a bit of a worry then.
No, not at all, darling.
So what was I saying? Yeah, I'm a trans medium. I take on energies. So if you come here for a reading to the house, if I'm making you a cup of tea and your dad's passed, it'll be your dad making the cup of tea, not me. The way they walk, the way they talk, the way they smoke, the way they say things, the way they do things, the mannerisms. it is quite strange, and pretty much everything I do during the day is connected to my readings. So let's say, for instance, I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning baking pancakes. It does happen, not often like, but it does. Baking pancakes, then I'm going to the dentist, and then I've got to go to the doctor's to make an appointment. I guarantee my next reading will have done all those 3 things.
Whisper.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Ewan's eating chocolate, so who's eating chocolate right now? A whisper.
For a whisper, guys. Whose is this favourite? Can you see it?
Yeah, they can all see it. Ewan has been non-stop eating for the last couple of hours, been tuning into some hungry monkeys. 214. Ooh, I get excited. I do. I lie in bed afterwards going, oh my God.
Oh, you guys eating chocolate?
I'm not eating chocolate.
Oh, it's good for you.
No, it's not good for you. Screen's gone black, can't see or hear anything, but you can type.
Siobhan Mortimer's eating a whisper.
I've just had a whisper, my kid's favourite sweet.
Ah, brilliant. Thank you, guys.
Your trouble, Ewan, that isn't fair. Correct. Margaret J. King, I'm eating a whisper.
Oh,
It's brilliant, isn't it? If you want a one-to-one, you just have to PM me, and at the right time, you will only ever get your reading at the right time. So if you're not hearing back from me, it's because it's not the right time. Okay. I'm eating jelly beans. Oh, Ewan bought a few things tonight.
Fudgy.
Jelly beans, fudges, whispers, Skittles.
Midget gems.
Not midget gems.
Jelly
beans and dolly mixtures.
Dolly mixtures.
Claire Christie. Claire Christie. Claire Christie, this card falls for you. We've already seen this card tonight, and it's Chantel. The love or romance card. It says new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. So Claire Christie, are you going through a new relationship at the moment, or do you and your partner need some... Oh, I wonder what that said then. You and your partner need some quality time, so some romantic time together. Now is a very loving, romantical time for you, so whatever you put out in the love energy will come back to you tenfold. Beautiful card, and I hope you can understand it. Thank you. Now also with you, Deborah Richards. Yes, that's the name, isn't it? Deborah Richards. Deborah Richards, it's funny because your name was in my head before I came online, and whilst I was online,
I've written down is Deborah Richards.
Ewan wrote it. So I want a glass of wine now. Tune into my head, Pauline White, and you can have a glass without actually drinking one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Claire Christie, I hope that card made sense to you. Thank you. So Deborah Richards, my darling, I kind of feel like I have to... Has somebody recently passed, please? Has there been a passing very recently?
It's an anniversary today.
It's an anniversary today. And I get a coffin. I'm drawing a coffin. Oh, it's not often I draw.
I know, that's the first thing you've drawn.
No, I used to do it a lot when I first started. And sucking through the teeth being important. So I get a gentleman step forward. It makes me feel... I get a bad right lung. Quite a sore right lung. So there's been problems in the lung, or there's been problems in the chest area being important. I also get a problem in the right leg. And I want to say... At least from the knee down, either somebody's had a problem with that part of the leg, or somebody's even maybe had an amputation or a false leg there.
Yes, lost my dad, 6. Just put the number 6, lost my dad, 6.
6 days ago.
Is that what it is?
I don't know, but it's recent. 6 days or 6 weeks, I wouldn't say it's long.
Deborah Richards, yes. That was the previous remark, I think.
Bloody Chantel again. You're all getting laid.
Yeah,
Sorry,
right.
did I say that?
You
Sorry.
lost my dad 6 months ago,
6 months ago, okay.
and he came through.
Yeah. I've had somebody that came through an hour after they passed.
I know,
So
there's no time limit.
there's no time limit. Well, I think not everybody maybe, but some people there's no time limit, and others maybe there is. So I've pulled 3 cards for you, Deborah Richards. Thank you. Okay, so I think I have to talk about the coffin or give thanks for the choice in coffin because I've actually drawn a coffin. I know the funeral is important, or I know his resting place is important. It gives me a really itchy top left of head. So do you scratch the top of your head a lot? Or have you been having a problem in that part of your head? Yeah, that's funny. I don't mean it to sound like that. And I feel like he just comes out with things and he kind of puts his foot in it sometimes. And then he's in a bit of a kerfuddle with himself because he's opened his mouth and put his foot in it and he doesn't know how to fix that. Digging the hole, yeah, and he gets flustered and over talks and it doesn't get any better. Does that make sense to you, Deborah Richards? My mum came through you the next day, Selena. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. It's absolutely phenomenal. I love doing what I do. Deborah Richards, also I'm getting a lot of pain in this part of my arm here, which is normally my sign for somebody having blood tests or a doctor's appointment being really important.
Yes, he did. Deborah Richards.
The second, I never read the first one. So, Chantel was the first card. New love or new rekindling of relationship. Sorry, I said it the way I said it. I didn't mean to. The second card is around September time, Deborah Richards, and says that you are coming to the end of a cycle in your life. And it could be that you're coming out of that dark cloud back into the light and starting to feel a little bit perkier and a little bit better and just starting to cope with things a little bit more. You are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So I know it seems bleak at the moment, but things will get brighter, things will get better, and by the end of September, you'll be looking at your life, reviewing back on where you've come from and where you're going. Again, you might still be having a few negative thoughts or a few negative things poking in your brain. This card says, ask the angels to help you turn that around and look at the positives rather than the negatives. I know it's not nice to know that we've lost somebody, but if we know that they're no longer in pain anymore or that they're suffering, sometimes that is better. Thank you. Just reading some of the messages. Hopefully that all makes sense to you, Deborah Richards. If you were here, I'd be giving you a big squeezy hug and a kiss from him to let you know that he loves you so very much. It gives thanks for all that you did and all that you still do. Thank you for taking that message. Okay, time, 10 to 10. Stop biting your nails, Ewan.
Sorry.
Who bites the nails around you, Deborah Richards? Is somebody been biting the nails around you? Have you been telling somebody to stop biting? Don't look at mine, they're a bloody sin. Deborah Richards, that is all for you and I hope it all makes sense. If you need a copy of the cards or notes, just private message me tomorrow and I will send them for you. Climatic, don't all bite mine. Well, all of you, stop biting your bloody nails.
You're making me bite my nails.
Yeah.
Scallywags.
Yes, Karina Westworth. You would be quite surprised how many people message me looking for things. Some really crazy things, actually.
Somebody's already asked where's our other slipper.
I'm still bloody looking for one. And I know Spirit took it.
Yeah.
My new slippers, Spirit took it, and it is still... I have fake ones all the time. Fake what? I didn't read the
Nails.
message. Oh, right. Oh, no, I don't do fake ones. And when they all break, I don't have them done. So when they all break, I have to wait for them to grow before I try and draw attention to them. Otherwise, I kind of walk around like that.
Okay,
I'm getting a lot of pain in the right side of my stomach up here. I don't know what's in there. Some intestine, some kind of intestine, I think. Susan Matheson, I do fake nails. Maybe you should come and do mine then, Susan. I like people doing my nails. It's the only thing I really spend any time or energy on is my nails. You get pains there, IBS. Hernia. Oh, I don't know if it's a hernia. It feels quite deep in there. What kind of soup was it? I have acrylics. My own nails are disgusting. No, my nails are normally long. Well, that's my thumb one that's not broken. So it's quite long. And that's my pinky that's not broken. But all the others have broken off. They're horrible. Can't do others. You'd only do your own. Get Donna to do them. She does mine. I get quite a few people that do my nails. I go quite a few places. I'm not shy to share. Right. I'm just yapping too much now. Margaret J. King. Margaret J. King. So, Margaret J. King, the card Maya falls for you, my darling. Schooling, study and education are important for your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So, again, like I was saying before, schools are going back right now, so school is really important if you've got children and stuff like that. But this card could be for you. So, you're wanting to do some new studying, or you're looking into going to learn something or going to do something completely new. Now, sorry, terrible burping. Trying to do it while I'm talking and ignore it. Now is the time for you to do this learning. Please go forward for it. Get that application in. Or a way to start social care at college. Perfect. Beautiful. So I'll do another card for you, my darling. Oh, two come out, they go back. So yes, also, you might have heard, I've started doing new voice recorded readings. So you know how I do the card readings and I type them up, and they're normally 99% spot on, I would say, pretty much all the time. So the card readings are really, really good and they're nice to read back. But the reviews I've been getting back from the voice recording readings is that it's really personal, or it feels really personal, because obviously when I'm typing, I might feel little bits of pains or little bits of ailments. Because I'm typing, it would deviate me away from what I'm doing. So I don't always type that bits in, or I'll leave those bits out. But when I'm doing the voice recording, it's like I'm chatting away, and it's like being on live. Oh, so right shoulder, is that your so right shoulder? And this card means this. So you seem to get a lot more information, and the people that have had them have really, really enjoyed them so far. So I will be doing some more of those over the next few days as well. Sammy Graham, love the new readings. Thank you, darling. So the second card for you, Margaret J. King, is Isabella, and says that you are about to do a new venture or a new chapter or a new challenge in your life. And yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So this kind of feels like a little bit of a job on the side, or a little bit of work just to go along with what you're doing. Whether you're working from home or selling online or something like that, I kind of feel like you just need a little bit of something else to keep you ticking over, like you don't have enough on your plate. The third card is Layla, and is around October time, end of October, and says that you will be reviewing your life, wondering, is this really the way I want to go? Is this really what I want to do? But you will be focusing, I have a job as well, so you will be focusing on the negatives rather than the positives. Layla says spend time alone in nature, meditating about your dreams and desires, and ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So please, please ask the angels, call on the angels if you need anything. They will always answer. Now, everybody, you'll all be aware I have a show on the 2nd of September at Ardisia War Memorial Hall, Ooh, it's exciting. I have been there once before and it was a really, really, really good night. Tickets are £8 and yeah, cup of tea, that would be fantastic.
Cup of tea, guys. Get your orders then.
Yeah, it will be a fantastic, fantastic night, I'm pretty sure. So anybody willing to come along, private message me or keep an eye on my page for the posts. So, I think you picked somebody else, didn't you?
What's the name? It's on a bit of paper.
Do you want to do cards for that one or is it for me?
I don't know if she's coming online. That was a name that was pointed out to me regarding Pauline. Gabrielle Sullivan.
Gabrielle Sullivan?
Yeah.
Gabrielle Sullivan, are you around to take a message, my darling? Gabrielle
Coffee.
Sullivan. Coffee, please, darling. Gabrielle Sutherland. This is in Ardisia. Amy, yes, he is doing a little bit more card reading. He's definitely a lot more in tune since he left and came back. He's had a lot more confirmations and a lot more clarifications that he is in the right place and that he has to just start giving things that he feels. He's doing more things for himself. You know, he's out and about on his own a lot more, doing his own kind of thing. Gabrielle Sullivan, hello. Hello, my darling. I'll just come to you in a second. So, yeah, Ewan can do what I do. He maybe doesn't choose to give it the way I do, but he will give it whenever he can and however he gives it. So, Gabrielle Sutherland, Ewan wrote your name down, so I am going to do some cards for you. Well done, Ewan, people are saying. It is well done. It was quite a hard lesson to learn. He had to go through a total load of shit before he got there. But once he got there, amazing.
Pauline's friend.
Eh?
Pauline's friend.
Pauline who?
Joanne's friend, sorry.
Gabrielle Sutherland is Joanne's friend.
I think so.
Is that right, Gabrielle? Do you know Joanne McIntosh? Does somebody know Joanne McIntosh? Yeah, it is my kettle. It's quite loud, isn't it? A bit annoying. But it's nearly finished. A bit of a breakdown, an amazing breakthrough. Exactly. Because he was ignoring the messages that were being given to him. So they were being given to him quietly and gently, and he wasn't taking notice, so it just went BAM!
No, slap me.
Hold that. It did. So yeah, he's doing amazing. Ah, okay, it's your mum, Gabrielle.
Wow.
So, I've got loads of stuff written down for you, darling. At the beginning of the show, I went to school with your mum. I didn't know her as an adult, but I knew a bit of her when I was at school. She wants you to know she's crying. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. She's giving you a clap. So she's telling you that you're doing well. She's telling you that you are stronger than you think. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for. And do you have a brother, please? Because I kind of feel like there's a brother as well. Clenched teeth. I know you're angry. And that's what she's saying. It's like she's repeating it over. Repeating it over and over. Thank you, darling. So, Gabrielle, I'm just going to reread everything that I read earlier on, and if you need a copy of anything or you want a private message with me, I am happy to see you, not a problem. And it's not about money, it is just about getting the message across and making sure that you know that she's okay, you know that she's safe and well, you know that she's not left you, she's not gone anywhere, you know what she's like. Club Tropicana song being important. Everybody Hurts REM being important. Sorry, she's crying. Oh, she's
Okay, now that's what I know. I was started crying making a cup of coffee.
Dishes are really important, like washing the dishes, cleaning around the sink. Like, I feel like that's really important. really worried about germs or really worried about people getting ill and sick and stuff like that, because I feel like there's definitely an element of OCD to a certain extent. She's sorry that she didn't say goodbye. She's sorry. Like, my head down, my eyes down. I kind of feel like she's taken responsibility for her passing. She's played a part, or she could have avoided it. Ewan's crying as well. I'm trying to be as strong as possible because that's what she's like. She wouldn't want anybody to see her cry. She would be quite a hard shell. But inside, she's showing me tears. She's showing me crying. I will be down your way later on, November time. If we can meet up, I would love to meet up. Because she just wants to hold you. She just wants to give you a hug and tell you that everything's going to be alright. She's sorry, and she's shouting, and she's angry with herself, and she's angry with the situation. Okay, so I have to tell you it's quick. I have to tell you it was a quick passing, because you're worrying that she was left on her own, or you're worrying that she was... Gabrielle Sullivan, definitely. You're worrying that she was lying there. You're worrying that she was in pain. She's quite panicking. She's quite forceful about the way that she's saying this. You know, no, it was quick. It was quick. It was quick. It was quick. And it's like she repeats things over and over. Thank you. Black Swan or ballet being important. So I don't know if she did ballet or dancing was important to her. But there's definitely something about Black Swan and ballet being important. A right hip or a sore right hip. So I don't know if she had sciatica in her hip or she'd been having back problems and hip problems, but definitely pain. Amy Winehouse being important. Oh, sorry. So Gabrielle, as I said before, like, I went to school with her, and I have to tell you, she doesn't like my hair. She keeps taking the piss out of my ginger hair. And I told her the other day, like, because she's been here a few times over the past few days, and I told her the other day, like, off. If you don't like my colour of hair, like, that shouldn't be important. Do you know what I mean? But I know she teased me for my hair at school. I never held any bad feelings about it or anything like that. And I did speak to her, I'm pretty sure it was like a year ago or 2 years ago. And I'm sure she was asking for a reading or she was asking for guidance. And at that time, we just didn't connect, or it didn't happen anyway. And I now understand why, because how would I have been able to give her guidance in her future knowing that was coming? I probably wouldn't have been able to do that, because I don't ask for bad and I don't look for bad. Yeah, she says, you know, people might question why she came to me, because we didn't really get on at school. But because she knows I am who I am, and she knows that I am a forgiving person, and
you up there, you forgive.
Yeah,
everybody forgives.
And when they go to heaven, they see the bigger picture, and she now realises why she was the way she was. REM being really important, and the song Hung Up On My Memories being important. French being important. So do you speak French, or is there something about talking French or speaking French back and forth to somebody, darling? 9 o'clock being important. So what time did you find out? And it was must have just been about 10 o'clock that you came online. So 9 o'clock being important, and maybe 10 o'clock being important also. Spot on the front left of the head. So do you have a spot on the front left of your head, or does your brother, do you know? And always got a bobble on the wrist, or always playing with something around the wrist, and she plays with it. I kind of feel like there's a bobble and she plays with it. She's always fidgeting. She's always kind of, she can't sit at peace, or she can't settle. Does that all make sense?
She's going to have to play with me.
Yeah, that's fine, Gabrielle. I've written down as much as I can so that I can give it to you.
You can rewatch this video.
Yeah,
as well.
you can rewatch live whenever we come off. It will take you back to the beginning, and you'll get to see everything. I have taken some cards for you, my darling, and what I'll do is I'll just send them with the notes for you. She just wants you to know that she loves you so much, and she's sorry. She will be with you every step of the way. Everybody hurts. Everybody hurts. Everybody hurts. Oh, I just want to like hug you and kiss you and tell you how much you're loved, because that is the most important thing, just you knowing that she loves you. Don't listen to other people, don't listen to things. Just know that she loves you, she loves you, she loves you. It's like she's repeating it over and over. She's getting like frustrated and she's getting angry because it's like, it don't matter. None of that stuff matters. It just matters that you know that you're loved. It's not your fault. It's got nothing to do, you know, it's nothing to do with you. It's nothing you've done. It's nothing about you. I'm so sorry for making you sad. I'm so sorry for making you cry. But she's waited. She was waiting. She was waiting. She knew somebody would tell. She knew somebody would tell her. She knew somebody would get the message through. And know, like, when I do give you a reading, like, she will take over my body completely. And it is like having your mum there just for a minute, just for a moment back, to have that hug or to have that kiss. She misses you.
She can't stop crying.
She tries to hide it. She tries to hide it. When they go silent, that means either she wasn't speaking before she passed, or maybe they weren't speaking before she passed, or she wasn't communicating, or she wasn't saying everything that needed to be said. It might be frozen because this Lady Joanne is such a strong energy that she's just making sure that her children or her loves get the message or get the reading. Gabrielle's mum, Gabrielle. What's her name? Gabrielle Sutherland. Sullivan, sorry, Gabrielle Sullivan. We're both in tears here. It is sad, but do you know what's amazing? Knowing that there is more than this life. Knowing that when this hell, because like that is what this is to some people, like because of mental health, because of illnesses, because of society, like people are being destroyed, absolutely destroyed from the inside out. They don't know who the hell they are. They drink, they take drugs, they do all these things to shut out the shit that's going on in the head. But actually, if they were taught this from schools, if we were taught this from birth, can you imagine how amazing our lives would be? We would all be helping each other. We would all be doing for each other. We wouldn't be ploughing the fucking... Oh, I'm going to get mad, so I have to...
Doing it in a bit.
Yeah. We wouldn't be doing that. And it kind of feels like we are pawns in the big game. Do you know what I mean? And we're the ones being risked. Even though they know what I know. But they don't want to share it. Because if they share it, money will go right out the window. People will, yeah. Stop. Sorry. Sending you so much love, Gabrielle. And know that when I'm down in Morecambe, I will come and see you. Even if you're living just outside of Morecambe or Preston area, Blackpool, we will come to see you. Because I have to give you a love from her. So yeah, we are doing a tour down the country, woo, all the way down to London. So we are hopefully stopping a couple of nights in Glasgow, a couple of nights in Lancaster and Morecambe, then down to Shropshire, and then on to London for a couple of nights holiday, hopefully. Ooh. We might see a few people in London while we're there, but we definitely want some Tourist time, yeah, definitely. I don't know what I'll be like on the underground. I have to send them to Gabrielle. That's cool.
Hello.
Yes, looking forward to Shropshire. Whoop, whoop. Can't wait. It's talking about it tonight.
Can you come to Northern Ireland? Too right.
I would love to come to Northern Ireland. I lived in Dublin for 2 years and I loved it. A little bit frightened about going back, you know. I might be a wanted woman. But never mind, it's worth a bash. 182 people still watching after 10 o'clock. Like, I can't believe that, and I've not even had a drink of my brew.
I know, that means that's a special brew.
Thank you. Why, what's in it?
Tenants.
I used to drink them years ago.
No way. 2 cans in there.
No, not tenants. I meant special brews.
Yeah. Mushy brews.
No.
The tin's a special brew.
No, I'm not going into it, but I'll tell you later. Yes, I do believe we can. I wouldn't say be taught it, because I feel we're already doing it, but you can be taught to understand it, or you can be taught to open it up more, or you can be taught to deliver it. We're all doing it all the time, 24/7. We're just not fully aware of it, or we don't fully believe it because society tells us it's bullshit when it's not. I'm going to light a fag. Who's all smoking, making me crave fags. This is the second one online to light. Your laugh always puts a smile on my face. It's weird because, see, when I hear back the recording, it's like, turn it off. I hate it. I hate my voice. I hate it. But yous all seem to like it, which freaks me out. So, you want a cigarette, darling?
No, thank you.
Did I offer you one?
No.
I just did. I've none anyway. They've all gone. Who's just run out of fags? How do you get more into it? Believing in yourself is really, really important. 5 a day and meditations at bedtime. Like, that is the first thing you need to do before you do anything else, is believe in yourself. If you do not have the self-confidence in yourself when you're being shown something, you're going to doubt it. So you won't give it exactly as it's supposed to. Sarah Struth. Sarah Struth, your card. I need some cards for you, my darling. Did your mum smoke, please? And I've got, hey girl, don't bother me. Hey girl, don't bother me. Go on, na 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 na. Don't bother me. Hey girl, that's the song. Who did I just say? What name did I just say? I am a tatty. Sarah Struth. Sarah Struth. Sarah Struth. I'll just write your name down before I forget it. Sarah Struth. Any message back from her? Hey girl song. Just writing your cards down as well, because I do forget really easily. So Sarah Struth, yes she did. Is that song important, my darling? The first card for you is Rochelle, and says your head and your heart are arguing with yourself at the moment. Your head's telling you to do one thing, your heart's telling you to do something else. Do. Which way do I go? Do I want to go that way? Do I want to go this way? This card says listen to your heart. It's the only way you will find true happiness. Prosperity is coming to you now. So that's not necessarily monetary values, but it is definitely love. Sorry, mum makes me feel quite sick. Sometimes that can happen, especially if you've got expectations, or, you know, I've said it a few times, like if you come for a reading with me and, you know, you've got things in your head, if she doesn't say that, if she doesn't say that, if she doesn't say that, she's not real, then you're kind of putting blocks up. So to get the most out of a reading, always go with an open mind and no expectations. And that way, if you accept everything that they give you, it will all come, or it will make sense. Allow it to flow. Don't sit there with your arms crossed and your legs crossed. That basically says fuck off, get out. So if you go to a reading, you're obviously there to open up to them, otherwise you wouldn't be there. So just go in and relax. That's the best thing to do. The second card for you, Sarah Struth, is Bridget, and this is around September time, and says that there is a flat move important, but it is not the right time for this move. If it's not you, it could be somebody directly linked to you. Caution is warranted around this flat move. Please look deeper in the situation before you proceed further. The third card is Serena, and this is around end of October time and talks about money being important. She needed anti-sickness tablets because of her medication painkillers. Thank you. Thank you. She's living... I feel like she has to think about what she says quite a lot. I kind of feel like because she either gets a bit confused or she gets a little bit muddled, I kind of feel like she has to think quite hard about things. The third card is Serena in his money card and says around the end of October, start of November is a good time for money, and the money will come that you need. Don't worry. And again, now my energy's changed and I've gone a bit slurry a bit. So whatever it is, it totally dulls her. It totally, I want to say, kind of zombifies her. She sits and holds the fags. The fag burns down. And it's kind of like she knows she's smoking, but part of her's forgotten. I keep saying it. I hope to teach. I really, really want to teach people. I want everybody to understand what I know. But literally, if you knew my life, you would realise I do not have a minute to fart most days. That sounds really blunt, and I don't mean it in a horrible way. But like, I'm very seldom Deena for any length of time. Sarah Struth, I'm just waiting for your response on this. That smile you just gave, she was a thinker, logic was always her way, she kept nodding off with her fag. Thank you. Makes sense. And you'll see it in my face, or you'll see it in my expressions, or the way that I sit and the way that I hold myself. Know that she loves you very much, and my energy's totally gone a lot calmer, and she's a lot quieter than me. Like, I'm quite loud and boisterous, but she can be quite quiet and quite reserved. Like you said, a deep thinker. Definitely. She's making me aware of a necklace being important. So I'm not sure if you've got a necklace of hers, or you put a necklace on her, or you play with a necklace. But there's something around the neck that's really, really important. Time important, 22:17, so around this time of passing, or around this time you last spoke to her or found out about passing. If it's not 22:17 in the evening, it could be 10:17 in the morning. But I do kind of feel like evening's important. I also get quite a pain in my left knee, and a lot of my stomach's in absolute bits.
Someone's asking, can I ask, how do you deal with any badness that comes your way, please? Does it cause you fear, or how do you deal with it?
Me personally, not really, because I know pretty much everything is for a reading. So even when me and Ewan was going through that things, you know, I was having to respond as a human because it was connected to a lot of my readings. So although I was responding in the way, it wasn't really affecting Deena, if that makes sense. It was affecting the people that I were feeling, but it wasn't really affecting me. I sage every day, you know, every morning I say a prayer, I give thanks, I ask for protection every morning. Every night I ask for protection, but there is no real switch off. Yeah, definitely. My son's 12 and he's really, really spiritual. We've actually been homeschooling him since Christmas, and he's had no mobile phone since February, and it's the best thing I ever did for him. Because he's learning to find out who he is, rather than what everybody else is pressuring him into being, or wanting him to see or hear or feel. So this is Sarah Struth anyway. Hopefully this all makes sense to you. Sending you so much love from Mum. That is a visitation, Amy Perry. Yes, Diane. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, parenting win. Yeah, totally. Because like if he's in school, there's 800 energies being put onto him, and he would sit in a class and he would feel the person before him that sat on the chair, if they were a self-harmer, if they were an angry person. Thank you for taking that, Sarah Struth. Sending you much, much love. Hopefully I'll get to see you in person one day and I can give you a big hug from her. Because my hugs are really weird. Because they put their energy through me, they often hug exactly like they did. You know, so because it's their energy, it's the way they hold you, the way they kiss you, the way they touch you. If they won't speak, does it mean they're mad? No. If they're face on to you, they're not mad. Only when they've got their back to you are they angry. That's the only time they will be angry with you. If they come face on, it means that they haven't got enough energy to give you communication or give you speech. Sorry, just reading some of the messages. Deena, hugs are amazing. Thank you. We're still sitting at 172 people. I can't believe it. Woo! What a long night for you, Deena, but it is so good. It is, but I am starting to feel a little bit tired now. But I think that's Sarah Struth's mum. You know, she was exhausted at the end, or she couldn't really give herself any extra oomph or any extra energy from anywhere. Brian Murray, that'll be channeling. 10:17 could be when she passed. I found her at 3 p.m. The way you gave kisses had me in bits.
Oh, sorry.
It's a good bits though, because it shows you that she is with me. It shows you that I'm not a fake, that I am a real live medium. Well, I'm an extra large if you check my clothing size, but never mind. We'll ignore that.
Need some more, don't you?
Yeah, anybody that's had messages or cards or anything from me this evening, don't message me on Messenger straight after the show, because I will be going pretty much straight to my bed. I am pretty exhausted. So please message me tomorrow for a copy of anything and I'll gladly give it to you free of charge. Is she with Amy? Mum couldn't go on anyway. Yes, she is, Sarah. Yes, she is, darling. Yeah, I totally know what you mean. That's how she makes me feel. I've just had enough and I have to go. So I'm sorry that it's quite a short, goodbye everybody, but that's just what she was like. When she's had enough, she's ready to go, and that's it. So I thank you all so much. I'm an extra large too. Whoop whoop. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in this evening. I hope you've all enjoyed every moment of it. Remember, you can always go back and rewatch it if there's anything that you think is connected to you or a message for you. Private message me and I'll give you all the information or the notes that I do. Thank you so much. You coming to say goodnight, Ewan?
Yes, of course.
We hope you all have fantastic dreams.
Yes. Good night.
Sleep
God
well,
bless.
everybody.
Sleep well, everybody.
Mwah. Night. See you next
Guys.
Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday.